that me heavy? Shut the fuck up. My alter ego's really being a dick. One of them is. One of them is going to get out of here, and he's already being cut off. It's very strange. But what is actually occurring in my physical body life experience in transitory next level plane has something to do with my room and these arcs within the house. And I told my dad when it's like I'm experiencing this very strange like arc between the rooms, like if you were to draw arcs and interpenetrate them to where they make like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, you do. Alright, I do, yeah. I can do that. Hold on. It wants me to do things with... Damn it! Fuck. It's not stopped. Where's the button then? Oh, it's down there. Fuck. Dude, it's fucking me up. The orientation and everything. You keep moving me around, dude. Sorry, man. Just stop moving me around, you'd be alright. Hey, stop moving me around. I tell you first, dude. You know what? You need to chill the fuck out. That bullshit. So, yes, one of the tests, say tests. Are you running tests? What is going on here? No, I guess not. It's not like that. It's like these are the arcs. Like this. And they go along the line. So, I'm having these between my rooms. You know, these different field lines. And, you know, I first maybe address the front and back walls in as much as you can. That is to say that in these areas of my home, and I'm inside of a metal box, so I've got like already a problem. Everything that Dan Winter likes to say about the plasma physics, and he does. And it's right. He tells you, but you can't do it in the metal box. Can't do it in the metal box. Nobody did it in the metal box. Maybe nobody did it in the metal box. Maybe not. Maybe not everybody puts magnets down the line of their home. On the side of the front and the back and the sides. Little Xanax-shaped fucking magnets. But, you know, interpenetrating the place where you indwell is a very strange opportunity to, you know, be not inside your home while you're outside. If you were to die outside the house, but inside of the trailer, you're in a trailer and you die, that's supposed to be really bad for you. You know, that's got to be working its way down to my unconscious, subconscious. You know, because I'm helping my dad in his transit through death. But his view on me is so warped. And it is. I was like, whoa. I was like, dude, you're doing the words to defend yourself against your son. But you're like acting like he's trying to devour you while you're awake or something. I said, none of that's real. That's not going on. That's not even who I am. I'm like, you're going to tell me that you've got this me in your mind that you think you know me, and you're actually not, and it's from when I was 5 or whatever, and we're breaking communication from there. What he's communicating with is an image of his son. It's not really his son. He's not open to his son. He's not open to the relationship, and he's begun to shut down. And, you know, there's a lot of different ways to get this found out, to discern for this. One of the interesting things I'd found was, you know, there's a wall. It's like a wall around his aura. And he's like, got it. I was like, you know, you don't need to explain to me why you're hardened exterior and all this stuff like that. You don't need to explain any of that to me. I said, well, in fact, I don't want to talk about it. I don't need to know any more reasons for why shit's wrong. I'm trying to open a channel to communicate to you because you clearly got, like, he'll come, he will, and he'll be scheduled to start doing, like, I'm supposed to clean up, so he'll be scrubbing dishes or something while somebody comes over that's supposed to look or something like that. It's the manner of wreck that is approaching for myself. He'll literally snitch on me because I'll ask him something. Whatever it is, it's very juvenile on one hand, but it's not accurate. You know, shoot your own family member in the foot isn't cool. You know, missing the opportunity of having a father and son relationship and just letting him do the things for you he's trying to do Like, to tell him no is really making it senseless. It really is. But it does require you to work on yourself. You have to look at certain things. And he has more problems with that than I do. He really does. And he has more reason. And I tell him, I was like, I know that you dot dot dot. I'm like, but I'm a child of God too, and I communicate to upstairs. And you can't just keep telling me the exact same things you've always said for years. The church language of the loops. I was like, you're not just a sword, Dad. I was like, come on, let's get off the bullshit for a minute. I hear your story, I understand what you say, and I understand it is soul and it's a forge, and we're all sort of being tested and refined. I'm like, but it wasn't very long before I was already pulled off armor, not making armor with the soul body. Nope, doesn't appear to be. You don't make swords either. No, if you don't make swords, so we're taking the mold out. We figured it out. I said, look, you're in a mold. You're actually a lava man or some sort of liquid plasma light, Dad. No different than me. That's your soul. All this other bullshit about the swords and the Lord. Trust me, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I know what you're talking about. To some degree. I said, but do you honestly think that's the only product that we're going to pump out at the factory? It's a soul forge? We're just going to kick out swords and not have our thinking about us. He doesn't want to hear this. He knows in his heart that I'm right. Because he starts dancing around. Jesus is my shield. Jesus is your shield? Yeah, right. You're absolutely right. How do you know that? Because you're not going to do what Jesus does and hold your shield? You're not going to open your heart? He's done fucked up and said it. I said, look, dragon. I said, you seen the movie where the come on, you can do it. I don't know the name of the movie. Maybe it's Aragon. But it has to do with some dragons and shit, and the dragon just opens the scale and opens his heart. You can see the heart beating of the dragon right there. And earlier, when I was getting Skeletor, for the purposes of just having a skeleton, I saw that there was a skeleton dragon there, which I put there for my dad. It's hard. He's got some hardcore reptile shit going on. And he really does. And there's nothing about what I'm saying is fearful of it, hateful of it, but it's wrong and it's shame directing itself into misaligning tissue and cheese, going into areas and vitalizing them. It's a serious stagnation. Because we can't have a larger conversation about anything. And, if you could be like, well, then the Christians are somewhat like all the other spiritualists. They're going to need certain things to, lean into. Like, that's why the calendar was so important, the festivals. But all these things represent us. So you really don't have to be the Jewish fucking Hebrew nation to get to that level of understanding. You don't have to, go through the desert or steal anything out of the Great Pyramid. Unless you absolutely need to. It sounds utterly ridiculous. In the way it does, it sounds ridiculous to me too. Because it's like all this information, whatever the fuck this information is, if it's anything, if any of this is anything, that should be our at least focus. Because the enemy's getting away with pulling some serious wool over our eyes. In the way that I'm not allowing it. I really can't. Maybe I made some sense, maybe not. But today's experience really, and then last night's, because I was able to, but I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm not a preacher or whatever. And my friend Victor, he doesn't have that angle of God in church that I was provided from young time being a kid. And he comes and he needs something from me along scheduled times, I package it up and I've got it already. I've got it from the upstairs because I called him. I sent a message and I told my friend, I said, hey buddy, if I'm such an asshole, how come I can take you and your brother and your family and just overlay them into my family and just keep on rocking and rolling with a soul braid? Like, it's nothing different. It can just fold you right into what I know to be my truth. And how am I fucked up? I didn't get any response. But when I did, it was last night. He had some questions. He wanted to know some stuff about Lilith. And of course, he wanted to share some stuff with me. And he was using the words to trigger me, calling me a robot and this and that. Actually, I have areas in my room where if I use my phone, it doesn't properly connect. And that's okay. Because one of them was the spot where I sit in front of the TV, which is at the foot of my bed, which is one of these jump off points for these lines and vector shit. Because everything's geometrical in a way, but I don't want to sound like a crazy. We're in spiritual warfare. And then it's really simple to be assisting someone or helping anyone or the whole world, but not when you have the demon in you. The demon that occupies your mind and time with the most frivolous fucking thing you can find. And that's what it does. It looks for the most frivolous thing for you to be spending your time on, and it demands it in such a way as you really know what's going on here. This is the devil's world. But you know what? We're taking it back.